All right, so this is a really dumb idea, and it might not even make sense, but I would just thought it would be fun, kind of. So of course, we are starting off with what I usually start off with in anything: the tragic events of September 11th, 2001.
Wait, what?
Okay, so 9/11 happened. You guys all remember. After 9/11, they just banned a ton of media from the radios for a few reasons. Nobody wanted to be happy. So I think a ton of movies flopped like right after. Zoolander famously flopped when it came out because nobody felt comfortable going to the movies. But also, the radio was a lot bigger, and they seemed to just ban a ton of songs on the radio for no reason, for lyrics that they deemed questionable. And it was more just off of vibes. Like, none of these people did anything wrong. Every Rage the Machine song was banned from radio in the immediate aftermath of 9/11. And then some other ones that kind of make sense, like Knocking on Heaven's Door or whatever, stuff like that. Like things that would maybe make you think of 9/11 or something. And here's a list of some of the songs. Duck and Run by Three Doors Down. Down by 311, which I don't even think that's about. I'm pretty sure that's about like, I'm down. It's not like the buildings are down, but Highway to Hell, Shot Down in Flames, When You're Falling. That's like a love song. But like, you get the idea what they were thinking. Some of these like makes no sense. In the Air Tonight. So I guess these they thought might evoke the emotions of September 11th. So they banned all of these songs from the radio, and it was a big deal at the time. Well, anyways, you get the point. So I don't know if I thought this was fun or something, but I was like, so we have 25 years of music to work with. I was just thinking I could probably come up with a list now of songs that would hypothetically be banned. Was it well thought out? Not even a little bit. Is this a good idea? It seems like no, but like, who cares? So these are songs that would have been banned if they existed on 9/11, but they didn't exist yet. You guys don't like this idea? Is this in bad taste? First one, you know what? I'm gonna add it, Oppie. Twin Towers by Waka Flocka Flame. Probably would have banned that. You're saying Finito? Because he said, I'm a blow New Jersey up. You know what? It's close enough. You know what else? I just thought of this. Tuesday by I Love McConan. Because he said he had the club going up on a Tuesday. You know what else was on Tuesday? 9/11/2001. So they probably would have banned that from the radio because of the tragedy. Let's see, what are the top songs of the year? I Just Might by Bruno Mars. See, that one's interesting because he's saying I just might. And immediately I'm thinking, I just might what? Crash a plane into the World Trade Center? But I don't think that's what that song is about. Die with a Smile. You know what? I think that would be banned. I'm adding it to the list. That would definitely be banned on 9/11. Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. No, that would probably be allowed. Airplanes by B.O.B. 100%. That was a good poll. Airplanes by B.O.B. You could probably add most of AC/DC in there. Well, I agree, but here's the caveat with that. Any song that had the opportunity to have been put on that initial list and was not, I don't think counts. So these are post 2001 songs, I guess, if that makes sense. These are mostly just older songs. It's all the songs they banned from the radio after 9/11. Some of them don't even make sense. So I don't know if we're allowed to get a little wacky with it. I'm making my own rules here. Violent Crimes by Kanye West. That's a good one. Fallen. And the first word is fallen. You know what else fell? People in the World Trade Center. So that's so true. Osama Son, yeah, just any Osama Son songs. He might lose his career completely. Let's see what was going on in 2011. I Need a Doctor by Dr. Dre. Yeah, that one probably would. Because you know who else needed doctors? All of the people that were injured in the attacks. You know what? And because we were doing the happy thing, I'm going to do I Got a Feeling by Black Eyed Keys. Because they had a feeling that tonight was going to be a good night. And you know what? It wasn't. It was a really bad night. The whole nation was in mourning. Dynamite by Tayo Cruz. Yeah, 100%. You guys are doing really good. Heads Will Roll. Yeah. By whoever made that song. Where Them Girls At? Because you know how after the attacks, a lot of people were missing. Unfortunately, we got to get creative here. And you know what? I'm going to add We Are the World 2011 version. Because we didn't need to be hearing all that, you know? Oh, Blow by Kesha. Wait, that's the one. This place about to blow. Is it possibly concerning how many songs after 9/11 seem to be possibly referencing 9/11? If I Die Young, Jesus. It's Good by Lil Wayne. Because you know what? It wasn't good. It was bad. It was bad. It was actually really bad. Wake Up in the Sky. Actually, yes, because they banned any song that had anything to do with the sky by Gucci Mane. Man Down by Rihanna. God, 2011 in general. Let's go when I graduated high school, 2016. It was a good year. I'm going to say the entire album Views by Drake, because the album cover is just him sitting at the top of a tall building. So I feel like they would be like, no, because that's scary. You know who else did that? People who died on this tragic day. So Views by Drake. We can't listen to Views by Drake anymore. Can't Stop the Feeling by Justin Timberlake, because could you imagine if September 11th just happened and then they just were playing Can't Stop the Feeling by Justin Timberlake all the time? That's a nightmare. It's almost worse than the actual tragedy. Sugar We're Going Down, yes, by Fall Out Boy. Even the name isn't good. Fall Out Boy. You know who else fell? People. Stitches by Shawn Mendes. They'd probably ban that because, you know, some people needed stitches. What happened to Shawn Mendes? I feel like he was around. Now he's not. Wait, Bang Bang by Jessie J. Oh my God. If I was a bad person, I would never do this because it is a tragedy and it's not like a joke. But if you made some sort of like TikTok edit to 9/11 with the song Bang Bang by Jessie J, on paper, there's something there. I'm just saying. I'm not going to do that, and I don't think anyone should. God's Plan? Yes, that's a good one. God's Plan? Because what was God's plan? The events of that day? Probably a lot of Drake songs. I Fall Apart by Post Malone? That probably would have been banned. Just the title of it. You know what else fell apart? The Towers. Also, what happened to Post Malone? He used to be kind of cool. And now he's like, there's dirt in my tundra. Uptown Funk. You know what? I'm going to put Uptown Funk. Too Happy by Bruno Mars. Some of these songs I want to ban just because I don't like them. Like I saw a Charlie Puth featuring Meghan Trainor. That should have just been banned just naturally. We don't even have to have a tragedy. I'm going to go to 2019, the last good year. Thank You Next, because it's almost like it's asking for another one. You know what I mean? Like, thank you for that next one now. That probably would have been banned by Ariana Grande. Probably would have banned that one. Back to Back by Drake. Oh, yeah, because they really did. They went back to back. That was kind of brutal. And again, I'm not advocating for this, and I'm not saying it should be done. But hypothetically, I do think also you would be a bad person if you did this. Hypothetically, though, if you were to somehow want to make a TikTok edit of 9/11, Back to Back by Drake, that would be a song that you could use. It's not a joke, though. I'm saying don't do it. I'm just saying that would, on paper, that would be a song that you could choose. That would make sense. Cruel Summer by Taylor Swift. September is in the summer. Damn, they're taking away all the songs. What songs could you even have? High Hopes by Panic at the Disco. Just because I don't like that song. So I'm going to put that on here. It should be banned just anyways. They should just ban that song just because of like how it sounds. Nightmare by Young Nut. Okay, well, we don't have that. I don't know what song that is. Sign of the Times by Harry Styles. I feel like that would probably be on there. And you know what else? Night Changes by One Direction. Because everyone would be so sad. They'd be like, the night did change. Complicated by Avril Lavigne. Because why did they have to go and make things so complicated? You know what I mean? Oh my God, Say Geronimo. Say Geronimo. I fucking hate that song. Yes. Say Geronimo. My roommate Garrett said Harlem Shake. Because, you know what? Shook the Towers. Back to Black by Amy Winehouse.
Everybody's gay but me.
I didn't mean to press that. Because that's a sad song. They would have banned Gangnam Style, you think? Oh, because of they're Asian, I guess? You know something about Psy, by the way? If you rearrange the letters of his name, you know what you get? Spy. It makes you wonder, what is his goal, really? You know what I mean? Just asking a question. I'm just asking questions. There are some songs that I'm confused if we're banning songs, which I don't think you should do anyways, but I'm confused why they didn't ban them. Like Juicy by the Notorious B.I.G. He has a line in that where he says, blow up like the World Trade, which was about the 1993 like bombing at the World Trade Center that killed like 4 people. But like that song wasn't banned, but they banned like What a Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Oops, I Did It Again by Britney Spears. Yeah, because it happened 2 times. Oh, this song Safe and Sound by Capital Cities. That's that song that's like, I know that we'll be safe and sound. Because it wasn't safe. People, it was in tragedy. This Is America? Yes. Because it was in America. I'm Still Standing by Elton John. I think that song came out earlier, but they weren't standing, they fell. So I'm going to add that. Let's look up some Taylor Swift songs we could take off the radio. Some of these songs, if you think about them in the context of 9/11, she's kind of fucked up for making these, you know? Shake It Off, because I was just supposed to shake it off? How am I supposed to do that? 3,000 people died. Look What You Made Me Do by Taylor Swift, because what, I made you do 9/11? That's kind of fucked up. Ready for it? For what, 9/11? No. You're on your own, kid? Like what, my parents just died in a tragedy, I'm just on my own? Who's afraid of little old me? Well, there was a tragedy that just happened that you did. Now I'm afraid of you. Down Bad. You know what else was down bad? The Towers. Guilty as Sin. Well, I'm assuming you are because the tragedy just happened, so yes, I think you're guilty. But Daddy, I Love Him. Who do you love? Muhammad Atta? Is that who you love? Long Live? How am I supposed to do that? Death by 1,000 Cuts? No, you know how I died? There was a plane crash. I'm sorry, Taylor. What are today's top hits? Stateside by Pink Panthers? Honestly, yes, because they're on a plane. And you know who else was on a plane in America? The victims of that day. Still. So, Hit the Wall by Gracie Abrams. I haven't heard this song. It seems like it just came out. It's already a top hit. But you know who else hit the wall? I don't even need to say it. By Gracie Abrams. And you know what? For good measure, the rest of the Gracie Abrams songs. We don't need to deal with this right now. You know, like a tragedy just happened. So we're just going to do we're going to get rid of the rest of them. 2022 songs. As It Was, where he says it's not the same as it was. I would say it probably wasn't. Everything changed on that day. Harry Styles. Let's do 2021. Oh, Knock You Down by Carrie Hilson. Dead and Gone by T.I. Down by Jay Sean. Fire Burning, but damn, this is a good year for them. Oh, you know what else? No Air by Jordan Sparks. Because for some people, there was no air. It was only smoke, unfortunately. Take You Down by Chris Brown. You know, when he says it, I believe it. He would take me down. I feel like 2006 was a big year for music. Miss New Booty. That's a good song. Touch the Sky by Kanye West. Because of the sky. Yep. The Suicide song by Logic. Oh my God, I completely forgot about that song. That was such a weird song. He was weird for that, right? I guess the idea was nice in, like, I guess. But then every time he performed that, he started, like, preaching or whatever. And it was like, okay, just, I don't know, doing a little too much. Super Bass by Nicki Minaj, where she goes, can't you hear that boom, 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 boom bass? Probably. Damn, I really got to think outside the box here. We only have, like, 10 left. My Chemical Romance. Oh, yeah, they would have banned a lot of My Chemical Romance. That's true. I'll just say all the My Chemical Romance. And you know what? All the Juice WRLD. Because he was just always really sad. Ooh, the Taliban by Yeet, where he's like, I'm in the Taliban. I'm in the Taliban. Probably would have banned that because they would have believed him. You know what I mean? Again by Fetty Wap, because it did happen again. Happened a few times. We're getting close, guys. We're almost at that point. Do we have Jet Plane from Angus and Julia Stone? Who the fuck is Angus and Julia Stone? Oh my God, you're so New Zealand. I'm adding it. Work From Home by Fifth Harmony, because they should have worked from home that day. Yeah, I'll put that. Ooh, Energy by Drake. Got a lot of people trying to drain me of this energy. Not only are they trying to do that, they're trying to attack our country. You know what I mean? They're trying to destroy our country. Oh, Happy by Pharrell Williams. I said I would add that, but so we're going to add one more. Because what's so happy about this? You know, 3,000 people died. So why are you so happy, Pharrell? Sorry by Justin Bieber. I'm adding, you know what? That's the one. Finally, because it was too late to say sorry. At that point, it was war, unfortunately. Sorry wouldn't have done it. So I think that's the 102nd song. That was my incredible segment that many have said is creative and also really smart. 102 songs that, had they existed at the time of 9/11, would have probably been banned from the radio. And now the question must be asked. I know what you're thinking. What's the better list of songs? Is it the proposed 2026 list, or is it the original list from the actual day? I think we don't even have to ask the question. I think it's pretty obvious that our list is better. The Animals, We Gotta Get Out of This Place. Fallen for the Bare Naked Ladies, whatever. Pat Benatar, Hit Me With Your Best Shot. Like, sure, but we've got Tuesday by I Love McConan. You know what I mean? But anyways, incredible segment, incredible day. Not that day. I'm today.